every morning as the sun rises. Its golden rays bring to life a special island of endless beaches, verdant mountain ranges, awesome volcanic craters, and sensational seascapes. Maui is breathtaking. The island's natural beauty and romantic ambiance, enhanced by the heartfelt aloha spirit of the Hawaiians, continues to delight visitors from around the world. Come, discover the splendor of Maui. Maui, situated in the Pacific Ocean, 2,400 miles southwest of North America, between the big island of Hawaii and Oahu, began as two separate volcanoes, Haleakala and West Maui. Centuries of erosion from their slopes form the isthmus that joins them today. Maui has been appropriately nicknamed the Valley Isle. Flight time to Maui is just 5 hours from Los Angeles, 11 hours from New York, 9 hours from Japan, and 9.5 hours from Australia. Although Maui maintains 3 airports, most major carriers fly into the largest one, Kahului Airport. Many airlines offer direct flights or connecting flights from other Hawaiian islands. Most visitors to Maui begin their visit at the airport in Kahului, Maui's largest town and only deepwater port, whose chief exports are sugar and pineapple. Although most visitors choose to explore Maui by car, a unique way to see the island is by helicopter. This unforgettable flight allows visitors to see spectacular views visible only by air. For those who enjoy driving, just east of Kahului is Maui's lush windward coast and the start of the famous road to Hana. Visitors should expect the drive to take 2 hours. On the way, Paia, reminiscent of a turn-of-the-century plantation town, is a fun place to stroll and shop. East of Paia is Ho'okipa Park, a mecca for the world's top windsurfers. Spectators see amazing aerial acrobatics performed at speeds exceeding 50 miles an hour. International windsurfing competitions are held here year-round. From Ho'okipa Park, the road to Hana twists and turns more than 600 times along one of the most beautiful drives above the Pacific. Tropical foliage and waterfalls enhance the spectacular views. Before reaching Hana, many visitors rest at Waimea State Park, an ideal place for a picnic. Most unusual is the park's unique black sand beach, created centuries ago by the erosion of the surrounding volcanic rocks. Visitors may hike along the many trails, sun on the beach, or explore hidden caves in this dramatically lovely park. Hana, an isolated town with rural beauty, retains an old-fashioned Hawaiian charm, virtually unchanged for generations. Further along the road past Hana, the Seven Pools. A series of cascading waterfalls spill into succeeding pools until reaching the blue ocean. A few miles south off the road rests the grave of aviator Charles Lindbergh. He chose this site only a year prior to his death in 1974, after living in the area for a number of years. The southwest coast of Maui, with eternal sunny springtime weather and miles of golden beaches stretching from Makena to Ma'alea, attracts many visitors. Once a seaport when sugar was a vital industry, Makena is Maui's newest resort area. 1,800 picturesque acres feature a luxury hotel, oceanside condominiums, and first-rate amenities. Golfers can enjoy the 18-hole golf course here, designed by Robert Trent Jones Jr. Adjacent to Makena lies Wailea, an elegant master-planned residential and resort community on more than 1,500 deluxe oceanfront acres. This popular sports resort with many tennis courts give it the nickname Wimbledon West. Two scenic golf courses here are considered among the best in the world. For shoppers, Wailea has much to offer in its many boutiques and shops. Dining in quiet elegance while watching a sensational sunset with the neighboring islands visible on the horizon will be an unforgettable experience. Northward along the coast is Kihei, one of Maui's fastest-growing resort communities, with long stretches of golden beaches and shimmering seas. Popular for its ideal windsurfing conditions, Kihei offers a relaxed lifestyle. Nearby, at Ma'alea Harbor, boats head out daily to catch Pacific blue marlin, ahi, and spearfish. Also from Ma'alea Harbor, pleasure boats depart with thousands of visitors each year to Molokini Crater, a 10,000-year-old dormant volcano with one side of its rim providing a sanctuary for marine and bird life. The waters surrounding this islet offer some of the best snorkeling in the state, with underwater visibility up to 200 feet. Hundreds of varieties of colorful Hawaiian reef fish swim right up to the snorkeler's mask. The drive through the upcountry region north to Haleakala Crater is refreshingly cool, with fields of sugarcane and pineapple in the valley. Visitors come from everywhere to Haleakala Crater, the world's largest dormant volcano, which divides the upcountry region. Rising more than 10,000 feet above sea level, Haleakala last erupted in 1790. The crater, a vast depression carved out of Haleakala's dome by centuries of erosion, covers more than 19 square miles. The entire island of Manhattan would fit inside this spectacular crater. According to Hawaiian legend, here in Haleakala Crater, the demigod Maui lassoed the sun in order to slow it down for a longer day on Maui. Haleakala, fittingly named the House of the Sun, captures the golden sunrise on top of the crater. For many visitors, arriving early to watch this spectacle of nature has become a Maui must. The drive up the volcano to the summit offers panoramic views of the crater, West Maui, and nearby islands. At 9,745 feet, the Haleakala Visitors Center has an exhibit illustrating the crater's evolution and geology. At the crater, recreational activities abound. Hiking trails within the desolate expanse of the crater allow for on-foot exploration of the unique volcanic cylinders. Horseback riding along the trails is a peaceful way to explore deep inside the crater. Visitors may be fortunate enough to have a glimpse of the silver sword plant, one of the rarest plants in the world, found only on Haleakala and the volcanoes of the Big Island of Hawaii. For an exhilarating experience, bicycle touring companies feature guided rides down the 10,000-foot summit of Haleakala along the 38-mile road back towards town. For an overnight stay under the stars in Haleakala, campsites may be rented. At the opposite end of the island, the volcano that created West Maui is dramatically different from desolate Haleakala. Now extinct, West Maui is a deeply eroded mountain range of verdant valley gorges and lush tropical rainforests. Located in a valley gorge is Iao Valley State Park, dominated by the Iao Needle. This green lava rock rises 2,250 feet above the valley floor. Photographers find this natural landmark a fascinating subject. Also nearby, a unique rock formation bears a striking resemblance to the profile of the late President John F. Kennedy. At the foothills of the West Maui Mountains is Wailuku, the capital of Maui. Here, Maui's oldest church, built in 1876 by New England missionaries, remains a favorite Wailuku landmark. South of Wailuku lies the Maui Tropical Plantation, a working farm set on 120 lush acres. The plantation presents the fascinating story of Hawaiian agriculture on a guided train ride aboard the Tropical Express. Visitors see more than 25 different Hawaiian crops, including coffee, pineapples, and macadamia nuts. The plantation's marketplace sells tempting fresh food grown here. Along Maui's western coast, stretches of beaches provide an opportunity to explore for a secluded spot or a hidden cove. Finding your bit of secluded paradise is always rewarding. On the north coast, Maui's most historic and most popular tourist town is Lahaina. In the mid-1800s, whalers by the thousands anchored their ships in this carefree, wild port. Today, a reminder of those times is the Carthaginian II, a replica of the masted whaling ships, now serving as a floating museum. To Maui's warm waters, migrating humpback whales return each year. Measuring 45 feet and weighing over 40 tons, the humpback whales, an endangered species, are a thrilling sight frolicking offshore from November through April. Strolling along historic Front Street is a favorite tourist pastime. The New England-style buildings have been carefully preserved and restored. Baldwin Home, constructed in the early 1800s, is Maui's oldest building. Built out of coral and stone by a New England medical missionary, the Baldwin Home today is a museum. On Wharf Street, the courthouse, built in the 1850s, once served as a police station. Still in use, this wood and stone structure houses modern district court offices and the Lahaina Art Foundation. Behind the courthouse, a fantastic banyan tree gracefully extends its branches, creating a beautiful gathering place in the heart of Lahaina. Across the street from the banyan tree is the Pioneer Inn, the most famous man-made landmark in town. Built in 1901 for inter-island ferry passengers, the inn today continues to welcome guests. In the Jodo Mission at the edge of town, the Japanese Cultural Park commemorates early immigrants to Maui. An enormous Buddha statue imported from Japan weighs more than 3.5 tons. For children and all who are young at heart, an unusual attraction in Maui is the 1890s-style sugarcane train traversing between Lahaina and Ka'anapali. Chugging along a 6-mile route through sugarcane fields, this turn-of-the-century fun-filled tour recalls the days when sugar gave Hawaii its prosperity. One of Maui's first developed resort areas, Ka'anapali, is 3 miles north of Lahaina. Originally covered with sugarcane fields, today Ka'anapali features 1,200 acres of luxury playground with pristine ocean waters and miles of golden beaches. Here, luxury condos, hotels, and world-class golf courses establish Ka'anapali as a favorite resort area. Unexhibited, Ka'anapali's Whalers Village Museum is one of the finest collections of whaling memorabilia and antique scrimshaw in all of the western United States. Visitors can visualize the whalers' life in Maui through more than 400 artifacts and exhibits. Around the north end of the west coast, Kapalua and Na Pali Bay, 2 popular resort areas, offer secluded beaches and excellent views of the neighboring islands of Molokai and Lanai. The area's fine golf courses provide some of the most scenic fairways on the island. In all, Maui features 7 world-class golf courses, each featuring its own challenges and spectacular views. Molokai and Lanai also attract visitors to private beaches and exciting snorkeling and diving. Here and around Maui, many introductory diving courses are taught oceanside rather than poolside for a realistic first diving experience. In addition to colorful Hawaiian fish, divers enjoy exploring fascinating reefs, where underwater eruptions over millions of years have created a wonderland of lava tubes, arches, caverns, and unusual coral and sponge formations. For those desiring to try surfing for the first time, instruction is readily available at most hotels and at numerous water sports centers. Off Maui's windward coast, surfing in powerful breaking waves provides challenging surfing for experienced surfers. Lahaina is the island's main center for shopping. Along Front Street, people have been buying and selling goods for centuries. Muumuus and other island clothing made from light, comfortable cotton is popular and accessible. Clothing stores offer a wide selection of casual sportswear with traditional Hawaiian prints. A unique gift item is scrimshaw, art engraved on ivory, shells, and bone. The craft of etching on nature's natural canvases began as a way for whalers to pass the time at sea. Today, scrimshaw remains a treasured art form. Good buys can be found in Maui on a variety of jewelry, including pearls and artistically designed pink and black coral. Local and internationally famous artists display their works in galleries throughout the island. Local art reflects Maui's beauty and harmonious balance with nature and the blue sea. Maui has become one of the most significant centers in the Pacific for fine art paintings and sculptures. Popular gift items to bring home include fresh-picked pineapples, wonderful Maui-grown onions, macadamia nuts, Hawaiian-grown Kona coffee, and delicious Maui potato chips. In the evenings, Maui visitors dress early to enjoy a Mai Tai or other exotic cocktails in a comfortable outdoor lounge while watching a spectacular Maui sunset. Watching this colorful spectacle remains a favorite nightly event, especially for honeymooners vacationing here. Dining on Maui, an unforgettable adventure, often centers around seafood. Local favorite deep-sea fish, such as mahi-mahi and ono, are prepared in a traditional Hawaiian style. The food is exceptional, and the settings are memorable. The traditional Hawaiian luau features typical foods enjoyed by the Hawaiians for generations. The luau food centers around the kalua pig, wrapped in banana leaves and cooked in an underground oven. Along with the feast, Polynesian and Hawaiian history may be experienced through colorful songs and the lovely hula dances. This is Maui, an island of rare beauty, golden beaches, lush tropical foliage, awesome spectacles of nature, and warm ocean waters. No wonder the people of Maui say, Maui No Ka Oi, meaning Maui is the best. A visit to the Valley Isle reflects how this saying originated and how it holds forever true.
Centuries ago, an island emerged in the blue Pacific that blooms today in immense tropical beauty. Stretches of beautiful beaches, jagged mountain ranges with deep green garden-like valleys, and everywhere cascading waterfalls. This is Kauai, the garden island of Hawaii. Kauai, 95 miles northeast of Oahu, is the fourth largest and oldest of the Hawaiian Islands. Direct flights and inter-island flights arrive regularly at Kauai's modern Lihui Airport. Flight times to Kauai are about 5 hours from Los Angeles, 11 hours from New York, 7 hours from Tokyo, and 9 hours from Sydney, Australia. A few miles southwest from Lihui, cruise ship passengers are warmly welcomed at Nawiliwili Harbor. Several distinct areas of Kauai excite the interest. The Coconut Grove East Coast between Lihui and Kapa'a. The windswept rainforests along the north coast near Princeville and Hana. The sunny south coast near Poipu Beach and the breathtaking Na Pali Coast to the west. Visitors delight in the spectacular Waimea Canyon and Mount Waialiali. Kauai is a place that beckons to be explored. Plan to rent a car and spend at least a couple of days touring the island. An adventurous traveler finds no better way to see the majestic beauty of Kauai than by helicopter tour. On this memorable flight, breathtaking vistas of inaccessible lush green valleys and splendid hidden waterfalls come into view. For other tourists with a taste for adventure, a ride in a sailplane gives a feeling of soaring through the sky, gliding high above this tropical paradise. Most visitors begin their trip to Kauai at Lihui, one of the oldest plantation towns in Hawaii. Lihui, Kauai's business and commercial center, maintains a 19th century small coastal town atmosphere. A good starting point to understand Kauai and its history is here, at the Kauai Museum. Exhibits illustrate the island's geology, flora, and volcanic origins 60 million years ago. Fascinating rare artifacts from ancient Hawaii and furnishings from the homes of missionaries capture the imagination. A tour of Kauai may be launched from Lihui to explore both the east and the west sides of the Garden Island. Visitors may take the main highway north to the end of the road at Hana, or south around the island to the end of the road at Polihali Beach. Either direction, the journey takes less than 2 hours. Travel north from Lihui on Highway 56. The landscape grows steadily greener. Nourished by the Wailua River, which flows from Mount Waialiali. This mountain, several miles inland, towering 5,000 feet above the island, traps the moisture that feeds Kauai's spectacular waterfalls and rivers. Continuing north from Lihui, visitors familiar with the TV series Fantasy Island may recognize Wailua Falls from the opening segment of the show. In Wailua River State Park, visitors will find much of interest, including historic sites. Popular recreation is a boat ride up the Wailua River, the largest navigable river in Hawaii. Leaving the marina, visitors cruise through the river's lush tropical scenery. Most boats feature Hawaiian musicians and dancers and a storyteller who entertains with legends of Kauai. The boat stops at the Fern Grotto, a picturesque cave framed by giant ferns nourished by an 80-foot waterfall. The Fern Grotto remains one of the most romantic natural chapels on the island for weddings. Near the Wailua Marina, land once reserved for Hawaiian royalty, the visitor discovers Smith's Tropical Paradise. Exotic birds inhabit this 30-acre garden, where a vast variety of native plants, rare flowers, and fruit trees flourish. Heading west from Wailua on Highway 580 is Paliahu Heiau, a hilltop site offering panoramic views of the river and sea. Further, many visitors stop for a look at gorgeous Opaika'a Falls. North on Highway 56, Hawaii's largest coconut groves, bearing the nickname the Coconut Coast, was discovered by Hollywood. Near the Cocoa Palms Hotel, Elvis Presley once sang and danced for the film Blue Hawaii. Other movies were filmed in this area as well. Nearby, visitors see the sleeping giant. In Kapa'a, visitors find a quaint, charming town reminiscent of 19th century Kauai. The streets are lined with wooden buildings that have balconied living quarters on the second floor. The North Shore, pocketed with beaches, farmlands, and small island communities, reveal awesome beauty from the Kilauea Lighthouse. Built in 1913, the lighthouse once housed the largest lens of its kind in the world. Today, it looms above a bird sanctuary where endangered birds fly free. A few miles farther on is Princeville, Kauai's largest resort area. Overlooking the picturesque Hanalei Bay and Valley, Princeville is a community of luxurious vacation homes, condominiums, shops, restaurants, and hotels. In this spectacular setting, golfers play on the 45-hole golf course designed by Robert Trent Jones Jr. Just beyond Princeville, visitors have a stunning vista of the beautiful Hanalei Valley. A patchwork of taro fields, glistening waterfalls, and steep cliffs rising above the winding Hanalei River. This is a photographer's paradise. Below the taro fields lies a National Wildlife Reserve. The movie Uncommon Valor was filmed here. Many Hollywood stars have discovered the peace and serenity of the island of Kauai. Actress-singer Charo fell in love with this northern part of the island and built a home and a seaside restaurant here. Leaving the Hanalei Valley, visitors passed rural farmland before arriving at Lumahai Beach. This picturesque shore where the waves rush up the sand was the setting for the Nurses Beach in the motion picture South Pacific. In this lush tropical forest with hollow trees, black lava rock, and yellow sand, visitors enjoy romantic picnics and relaxing days by the sea. All along the north coast, spectacular beaches, often uncrowded, provide a true island experience. The road ends at Ke'e Beach, near the beginning of the Na Pali Coast, an area still inaccessible by car. Na Pali means the cliffs in Hawaiian, a fitting description of this magnificent wilderness area. The Kalalau hiking trail, edging the cliffs as high as 3,000 feet above the ocean's crashing surf, remains one of Hawaii's most challenging trails. The 11-mile path meanders through waterfalls, rushing streams, and a forest of fruit trees. From the air, tourists have a spectacular aerial view of the Na Pali Coast, soaring past jagged cliffs and verdant valleys. On water, Zodiac rafting expeditions offer exhilarating rides alongside Na Pali's sensational valleys, sea cliffs, waterfalls, and caves. Passengers delight in the opportunity to land at secluded spots, otherwise inaccessible for snorkeling and picnicking. On luxury cruise ships touring the coast, the pace is relaxed and leisurely, allowing visitors to appreciate the imposing beauty of the magnificent scenery. Returning to Lihue and heading west, the plantation estate of Kilohana invites visitors to step back into the golden age of the 1930s and explore this grand estate. Painstakingly restored with original antiques and art, Select retail shops and a fine courtyard restaurant now occupy the ground floors. Guides drive turn-of-the-century Clydesdale-drawn carriages in leisurely, informative tours of the plantation grounds. Near the coast is one of Kauai's newest tourist attractions, Kauai Lagoons, a fantasy resort playground that features more than 30 acres of picturesque gardens, waterways, marble statues, and green islands where exotic wildlife flourishes. Visitors tour Kauai Lagoons by 3 distinctly different kinds of transportation: a 19th century style horse-drawn carriage, a custom-made mahogany Venetian launch, or an authentic Hawaiian outrigger canoe. Either way, sightseers get a glimpse of one of the world's finest natural setting zoos, inhabited by rare animals, including Chilean flamingos and thumbless long-haired Columbus monkeys. At Kauai Lagoons, golfers discover 2 championship golf courses designed by Jack Nicklaus, complete with challenging fairways, imported marble par markers, and spectacular views of the Pacific Ocean. South of Lehui, off Highway 50, the tree tunnel, lined with eucalyptus trees, remains one of Kauai's loveliest stretches of road. Further, Old Koloa Town was Hawaii's original plantation town. Today, Koloa still retains the atmosphere of earlier times. Poipu is the South Shore's main resort. Set on an exquisite sandy shoreline, Poipu is renowned for sunny weather and ideal windsurfing conditions. Poipu, the spouting horn moans and groans as seawater rushes through a lava tube, creating eerie sounds and spectacular sea sprays. Heading west, colors of the landscape begin to change from earth tones to brilliant greens and fiery reds. From the Hana Canyon lookout, the valley reveals taro terraces and lava formations trapped under the tropical overgrowth. Hana another colorful 19th century place, was transformed into an Australian outback town in the television miniseries The Thornbirds. Further west, in historic Waimea town, is where Captain Cook first came ashore in Hawaii in 1778. A monument to the explorer stands in the center of town. At the mouth of the Waimea River, the Russians constructed Fort Elizabeth in 1817 as part of their plans to colonize the island. The legendary Menahunis may have built the Menahuni Ditch, a carefully engineered aqueduct up the Waimea River. Waimea is the gateway to the spectacular Waimea Canyon, the Grand Canyon of the Pacific. 1 mile wide, 10 miles long, and 3,400 feet deep, the canyon presents a kaleidoscope of colors in constant motion. As the earth turns, the sun changes the delicate shades of blue, iris and green, to fiery reds, indigos, and coppers in the late afternoon. Waterfalls cascade to the floor basin, churning the reddish water in the Waimea River. Awe-inspiring are the views from Pu'ukapele and Pu'uhina. Or from above. The road ends inland in Kokee State Park, a 4,300-acre wilderness area with 45 miles of hiking trails, acres of camping grounds, log cabins, and a small museum chronicling the park's history. A few miles inside the park is Kalalau Lookout, overlooking a magnificent, mysterious valley. This valley served as the opening scene for the motion picture King Kong. On the far west coast, the tourist comes to the end of the road and one of the most impressive expanses of beaches anywhere in the world, Polihali. From here, we have superb views of the coast of Kauai and the opposite side of the Na Pali cliffs. It's never hard to find that perfect beach in your Kauai adventure. Nowhere else in the world are there more beaches for solitude, privacy, and true character. Whether for excitement or serenity, the beautiful beaches of Kauai beckon you to endless enjoyment. Below the surface of Kauai's waters thrives a tremendous world of adventure. Because Kauai has been in existence longer than any other Hawaiian island, the reefs have had a longer time to develop. In Kauai's many snorkeling and dive sites, an underwater fantasy land is alive with unique coral reefs and stunning colorful fish. If you are in Kauai during the winter months, the migratory humpback whales may be seen frolicking offshore from November to April. These whales present an unforgettable pageant of nature. Kayaks have become increasingly popular on Kauai. This one-man water sport takes the rider gliding on the calm Hana and Wailua Rivers past lush greenery inhabited by tropical birds. Excellent windsurfing conditions around the island make this sport a favorite activity. Water skiers find glassy smooth water conditions along the Wailua River in scenery picturesque enough for your own home video. Swimming may be enjoyed year-round as Kauai's warm water temperatures are in the mid-70s. Toward dusk, one of Kauai's time-honored activities is enjoying a beautiful Kauai sunset with dazzling colors spread across the sky. The great variety of sports on Kauai can build an appetite. Dining on the island promises a delicious adventure, centering around fresh seafood. Visitors discover many restaurants, everything from fast food to gourmet dining. With your meal, you can enjoy a sensational scenic view. What about nightlife on Kauai? Here's something charming and exciting. Most hotels feature live Hawaiian entertainment and Polynesian reviews. No trip to Hawaii would be complete without experiencing an authentic Hawaiian luau. Dancers wearing colorful costumes perform nightly. Tourists may learn to hula or dance the night away. Kauai hosts a variety of nightclubs and discos. And what better way to end the day than a moonlight stroll on a quiet beach? This is Kauai, a destination so stunning that its beauty has been a favorite of movie makers. Blessed by a warm, tropical climate, Kauai beckons travelers with spectacular coastal vistas, colorful canyons, and verdant valleys. Come, enjoy Kauai, your special island. Relax in the peace of this tropical garden paradise.